And now it's guest time. Tom, you don't have to put the headphones on.
Oh, I don't. I just was being grown up.
No, they prefer it not because of the old Insta gravy.
Oh,
that's why I've
they're
just
filming
taken.
it.
That's why I've just taken mine.
I was gonna say that's maverick of you.
Not just filming. We are live streaming, so people can watch you
I
live
didn't know
now.
that.
This is live. You look great. You look amazing.
Please,
Doesn't look amazing,
very,
everyone.
Very shiny
Yeah.
today. Very
And he's
shiny.
so grown up nowadays.
Yes,
You've always
well.
been grown up. All right, can we have the big intro? I'm sorry, Tills. I've blown it because I'm already talking to Tom. Off you go.
Sorry, Tilly.
From Bromley to Bake Off to the top of the tower, our next guest really is one of our favourites. His new podcast, Pottering, is out now with new episodes released weekly. So please welcome the suavest of guests who brings laugh by the gallon. It's Tom Allen!
Yeah, Tommy!
Thank you.
How are you, Tom?
I'm great, thank you, Chris.
Look
Lovely
at
to see you.
Suited and booted.
Well, I
You're
didn't want to let the side
you're
down.
so well
I like to make an
turned out.
effort for you.
So much to talk about.
so much to catch up
How
on.
is it out there? Because obviously when we arrived, it was dark and it was cold. It's gorgeous, by the way. But
It is.
Yes.
It's still quite chilly. It's definitely cardigan weather, I would say.
Yeah.
And but it's getting milder as the day goes on. I mean, I'm not a weather reporter for you,
Yeah.
but I think it's going to be a mild day.
is this
but,
a nice day for pottering in the garden?
well, I didn't like to say.
See
it,
what
but-
I did there?
Oh, I didn't. If I'd segued like that, I would have felt like I was imposing,
selling your view tickets.
selling too much, selling too
So
hard. yeah.
what's going on with pottering?
Well, it's my new visualized podcast. Everything's visualized these days. Have you heard? Have you heard? I think it has been visualized for about a year. Obviously, classic me catches up too late. But it's called Pottering, and it's a chance for me to chat with people I like in my garden about gardening and other things as well.
So it's
But
definitely your garden.
and it's definitely my garden, I've got to
Yeah.
tell you, yes. That's so foolishly, I've taken the place where I used to find a lot of relaxation, and I've now turned that into a workspace, so I can't
know.
relax there either.
Could go either way, this, couldn't it?
Could go either way.
I suppose. All right, so famously, you lived with your mum and dad for a long, long, long
Yes,
time.
yes.
And then you moved out. So what was the catalyst for you moving out in the first place?
They told me to.
They told you to?
And no,
Yeah.
I think. Well,
How
I'd
old
moved
were you at the time?
I was 38, and no, I'd moved home to save because everybody knows what it's like to try and get your own place, and
Yeah.
and so I'd moved home to save, and then it was at the end of the pandemic, and I think that at that point they were like, look, if you're not going to do it now, when
Yeah.
are you going to do it?
Yeah, we've seen you booking these tours. You must have some money somewhere.
Well, I did. I had been putting it under the mattress, and
Yeah.
finally I was able to, get a place.
Did you
and-
pay board?
Yeah. Oh, yes, I did.
'cause
I made
I'd be-
housekeeping.
Do you remember the first time your mum asked you for board? I couldn't believe it. I thought my mum was joking. And it was 20 quid at the time, or 15, whatever it was. It was
I paid a bit
significant.
more than that, but yes, it was very grown up
It's a
arrangement.
moment though, isn't
It's
it?
a moment. Yeah, I had to be suddenly an adult.
Right, so you moved out. So when you first moved out, did you move to the place where we're pottering?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
Right.
So I've been there for 4 years now, and I had a garden, and so I just sort of thought, well, I should do something with this, really, and started to potter around.
Yeah.
And my partner Alfie said, when you're in the garden, you're fine. All the little worries that we all have. He said, when you're in the garden, everything calms down for you. And I was like, I should remember that. And so
He locked the door.
So he locked the door. He said, "Get out there. Stay out there till the streetlights come on." And so I just found myself pottering around, and I thought, well, maybe in this wild world we live in, and a very stressful world we live in, I thought maybe if I can help to spread that, then maybe that would be a good thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal, isn't it? I mean, they talk about supercentenarians in Japan,
yes.
and it's about gardening is one of the common traits they have. They have these groups of 5 friends that they're given when they're 3. Do you know about that?
Yes.
So you're allocated friends for life. It's a thing.
Yes, I've read about this.
It's like the arranged friendship version of arranged marriage kind of thing. But apparently it really works. And gardening is a thing and movement is a thing. And the great thing about gardening compared to going to the gym is that there's a byproduct at the end of it.
Yes.
Whereas you go to the gym, there's just sort of guilt because you go to the gym, you get fit, and there's I can't eat anything because I've just spent so,
Yeah.
Whereas,
I'm the same. I go to the gym and it doesn't work. Whatever I do doesn't work. And there's always somebody else. Comparison, of course, is the thief of joy. And whoever else is there, I'm always going, well, why haven't I got big arms like him? Those people who have arms
that's
like
why
legs.
training for something is good. So so whether it's a half marathon or a 5K, because there's a point to it, and then you have a moment, and then you have some memories, and that's the sort of gardening equivalent of actually training for something, because there is a byproduct there that lasts forever.
That's true, and I think it is. You have to see it at its own pace. You can't rush it. You can't be impatient with it. It's not an instant thing with gardening. You plant something, it might come up in a few months, it might not. So you have to be at peace with that. And I know you like mindfulness, Chris. I know you like meditation, but I always find with that, for me, it's just breathing and thinking about my legs, and I don't really understand. For me, I can't do it, so I need to have an activity. So that, for me, is kind of a form of mindfulness.
Well, no, it's meditative.
It's meditative.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That is true,
That's
isn't
all
it?
it is. It's the same thing, because it slows your breathing down. It's just about the breath. And whether, I was in the garden with Boo, our 7-year-old, one of our 7-year-old twins yesterday, and everybody else had gone off to another thing. It was just me and Boo, and I was a 10. There's nothing. It just stopped raining. The sun was out. It's autumn. That lovely sort of fresh smell of whatever the earth is doing is going on.
Lovely, yeah.
It's not new growth, because it's the opposite of that. But it feels like something's going on, and you're there to witness it. And it's just being out in nature. So, what was the first thing you did in your garden that you can tell us about? And where are we now?
Well, the first thing I ever did was grow some runner beans, because they're quite easy to do. You just plant a few of them, and still to this day, I still think they won't come through. I'll plant loads, and then what happens is they all come through, and then I have loads of runner beans. And I don't know if you like runner beans, or if you've ever eaten them, but they're quite boring. So you end up with this glut of really boring vegetables that you feel like you should eat.
So is that when you put 2 peas in the same hole, then they have a fight underground? And
you're supposed to do that.
Do you thin them out?
The other thing I should point out to your listeners is, in terms of gardening, I'm a proud novice. Okay. I don't know nothing. So, but I say that proudly because I think, well, if I can say I don't know what I'm doing, I'm having a go, then other people might feel inclined.
Nature's got it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing. You really don't actually have to do a lot.
Yeah.
As long as you've got light and water, then things will sort of grow.
Did you poll the beans?
Beg your pardon.
Did you poll the beans?
Did
they grow up
ask them a survey. Our poll says they actually have a trellis of their own. Nice. But at first, I did have those nice. Well, they're just bamboo canes.
Because you can put bamboo canes in, can't you? You can tie them like a teepee, or you can buy the metal things that they're there forever. And
I like the sort of bamboo ones, because they feel a bit more. Well, again, I'm very caught up in the
cool.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's all about the look, isn't it? And we all go on social media and you see Nigel Slater's garden, and you go, I want my life to be like Nigel Slater.
Yeah, I want his Crittall doors.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Do you have Crittall in your?
No,
you don't.
I've
seen. You have painted
wood. What
painted
a
French
fool.
windows at the back of the thing.
That's the title.
You got a good wall though. I like the back.
Oh, the old wall.
The wood brick.
Oh, thanks for saying that.
Quality, man.
That's old as well.
Yeah.
Old, and I feel worried about it sometimes that it might fall down.
I love those kind of city gardens that have a small plot, in a sort of terrace run of houses. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think it's a nice thing that I think back in the day, house builders always allowed for, that people would have a bit of space outside.
Well, they used to grow your own food, didn't you?
Yes, exactly.
That was the thing.
And my dad, he was born in the Second World War. Of course, that's why he liked to grow runner beans, because it was an easy food source. And same with potatoes.
And it was the only way you could get decent food, because it was
difficult to get. So there's something about it that feels kind of connecting to our past, and throwing forward to our harvest. And that's what I'm here to celebrate today. It's Harvest Festival.
Yeah, and the crop rotation.
Yes, I love crop rotation.
But we're heading towards Harvest Festival. How exciting is that?
Yes, I love it. It's my favourite.
So the visualised aspect of the podcast, you talk about this for the first 5 minutes of the Rob Beckett episode. It's not a TV show. It's a visualised podcast, because now everybody films their podcasts, and it's so funny because it's on YouTube. It's a great YouTube show.
Oh, thank you.
But it's a podcast.
But it's essentially a podcast in the sense that it's an interview, or it's a strange world that we're kind of rebranding things as visualized podcasts. I keep saying the same thing, that it really is a television.
Because Tash will only watch podcasts. Some people will only watch podcasts.
Yes, there's something about that intensity. But I don't like those podcasts where, and I'm sorry to say it, where it's usually 2 men with a microphone in front of them, and they're shouting at you about some sort of tablet you should be taking. Two bros. I'm not very bro-ish.
Tech bros, bro culture, gym bros.
I can't do
bro
any of
off.
Just Bro up, I say.
Bro up. Bro, get a life.
Yeah, right. Bruh. And so I can't do all that sort of laddie bants. I don't know if you noticed that.
No,
but I'm not very good at that. And I think actually I'm just sort of embracing my, 42-year-oldness and my slight awkwardness sometimes. And I think actually it's better to not have all that grammar of a traditional podcast and just be in the garden.
Love it.
And I thought, well, I've always wanted to do a chat show actually. And I thought, well, if I television is changing so rapidly, the sort of conventional television.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I'll do it on my own terms.
So YouTube was 20 years old a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, I know.
It's crazy, isn't it? And podcasting is 15 years old now.
Wow.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's very interesting, I think, that it has embedded itself in the culture so much. People love to listen to those
Well, it's
bros.
funny because we were being brainwashed into like we're losing our attention spans, and now everything is the longer the form it is, the more popular it is.
Well, and I do sort of think, I'm an old soul, but I sort of think it all comes round, doesn't it? Do you know, everything comes round. I basically live the life of a 83-year-old woman. And,
you went young. Sorry, you went old, feminine, early.
Yes, that's me. I'm just
old, feminine, bald, early.
That's me.
And so as we all get older, you're going to stay the same, and you're going to appear younger.
People are going to be like, he hasn't changed in years.
Look at him.
He looks incredible.
Look at that sprightly Tom Allen over there, looking as young
With
as
his
they
trug.
ever did.
Yes, exactly. Digging up some parsnips.
So
yes.
what's going on in the garden right now?
So at the moment, of course, we're coming to the end of the season. So we're harvesting beans. We've got some cannellini beans. Pulled up my potatoes.
Yeah.
Pardon the expression.
And you can. What are we now? So this is important. It's important, Tom. We are 12 to 16 weeks away from Christmas, which is the time you need to grow your own potatoes for your Christmas dinner. Now that's exciting.
That is a fun project you could set people.
Yeah.
And actually, you don't need a lot for potatoes. Just some earth. You can do it in a bag, in a bucket.
Have you heard about the tyre method?
No, what's
So what you
that?
do is you get an old tyre, and you fill it with earth.
Oh, yeah.
And you plant your potatoes. And then they start growing. And then they're going to outgrow the tyre. So you put another tyre on top, and another tyre on top, and another tyre on top, and then you get your potatoes.
How many tyres have you got, though?
I don't know.
I mean, not everybody runs Carfest, Chris, I have to tell you.
Come for me for tyres.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm your tyre guy.
I am tired. But
I'd like to drop some tyres off, if you forgive the expression,
I would
at your
love
house.
that. I would love that. What a lovely image that would be for the neighbours.
Who's been on? So I've seen Rob on the show.
Rob did it. Kerry Godleman's done
Kerry
it.
Godleman's done it as
This
well.
week, Joe Brand is joining me on the one that was released on Thursday.
And what do you do weather-wise?
Embrace it. And I like to embrace everything. Like, if a plane goes over, I just leave it there. If somebody starts drilling in a neighbourhood garden, because a lot of people are always getting their kitchen done. Yeah. It's fine. You just embrace
true.
it.
That's true, by the
But if
way.
you do something, people love
It's
a work
not next
surface.
door, but one. Once one. By the way, and we've all been that person, so we can't really throw stones.
I know.
Once somebody's finished redoing their house, then there's that's it. We're done. We're all done. There's going to be no skips, no trouble with parking in the street.
Next door.
I know. What is
Kick
going
off.
on, Tom?
I know. Well, I just embrace that because I think it's good to show life as it really is.
Yeah.
So a lot of telly is often quite stop and start because sound people, rightly so, are very protective of the sound.
It's mostly sound.
It's a lot of time it's sound because they want it to be perfect, which is wonderful. But I think the idea of this for me is it should be a bit rough around the edges and should be a bit like if there's a noise, if there's the church bells go off quite a lot, I just leave them there. Don't I mention it, but it's there.
And because it's your house, right? Obviously, everybody loves Tom Allen. I go around most days trying to find somebody who doesn't, and I'm just going to give up. Right? There's no point.
I can
So
introduce
people come
you
around
to a few.
It's true. Though. Could you? I bet you could. Do you know what? I bet you could. So Kerry comes round, and Joe Brand comes round, and Rebecca comes round, and all these people like you and they love you. Because they're coming to your house, do you have to lay on a bit of a spread?
Well, then I've engaged the services of my partner Alfie, who likes to, who's our runner, basically. He has said he will put on some old earphones, some to make him look like a proper runner.
Nice.
Like maybe an old Walkman or something to make it look like he's actually a proper runner. But he does the catering for people.
What happens?
So last time we had a lasagna. It was a treat. So I like to kind of look after people. But it becomes sometimes, because you're hosting, you feel like you should be properly hosting people who come to your house. But then, of course, I have to go, no, I've got to concentrate on the bit of filming I'm doing in the garden.
And
So
do you get
Alfie
people
now
to
does
talk
that.
about a thing, or...?
No, I let it flow quite freely, but I usually start with their experience of gardening. So it can be that they love it, or with Joe Brand, doesn't really like it. So we were talking about that, and that's valid too. So there's a space for everybody to explore their experience of just growing things, really.
Would you do a Q&A? Like, can people ask you for gardening advice?
Well, we are as the format develops, Chris, we are open to exploring that. Yeah,
Because that's what happens with Dish, isn't it? So,
Yes,
so
they have
with
people
Dish,
writing.
you get Angela Hartnett and
and
Grimmy.
Nick. Yeah.
And Grimmy does all the fun stuff. And by
Yeah.
the way, great interviews.
Yeah.
And then Angela will do a quick Q&A with the listeners about actual cooking.
thing. Yeah,
If you could pick an Angela to your Grimmy for gardening as to their cooking, who would you pick?
Oh, that's a good. That's a good question, isn't it? I mean, people always lurch towards Alan Titchmarsh, but
Alana Titchmarsh, who we had on the show this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think anybody I've met through the RHS, actually, like at Chelsea Flower Show,
Yeah.
all the people you meet there. I'm trying to think.
I don't
Carol,
really know any flower people, do you?
No,
I mean,
flower people,
you
no.
could. Who would you bring back? She's
Percy
wonderful.
Thrower.
From Ground Force.
Oh, Charlie Dimmock.
Charlie
yes.
Dimmock. What about
Maybe she'd
Charlie?
be up to it. Yes, if she fancied it.
Yeah.
Be nice. Or Tommy.
Tommy, yeah.
Tommy.
He did the hardest stuff. He did the sort of the hammering.
He
and
did the hammering,
the
didn't
sawing
he?
and the nailing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Charlie could come and do a 10-minute thing about actual gardening every week, or
Oh, yes.
into the seasons, or I don't know. I'm
that's a great
I'm
idea.
just riffing with you here.
Oh, I like that, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, you're very good at.
But because I
developing these
think
ideas.
by the way, I think it's great. But it doesn't have to be bad to be better. And I think that if you, because I think that you may shrink away from the gardening because you're not a gardener, but you love gardening. And because you're on the bus of gardening, if you learn along with somebody else and then the listeners, and maybe the guests could come, if Charlie's around, or Charlie could be on Zoom or wherever.
Yes, I'm sure
Then
Charlie's
we can
open
all,
to Zoom.
because I would ask her some questions about gardening as well, about what's good for planting now and
Yes, and what do the terms mean? There's a lot of mulching, a lot of talk
You could have-
about
you could have-
mulching and ericaceous soil.
term of the week.
What does that mean? You know what I mean? It gets bandied around. Perennials, annuals, biannuals. What does it mean?
I love it. I absolutely love it. Do the neighbours know?
Yes, I think so.
Now.
They don't seem to mind.
How do
so
you think
far.
they know? Because they've watched it or they've heard about it, or
They've probably seen it over that wall.
Yeah.
But they've been very graceful about it. We sort of.
Is it
yes.
a big affair? The crew.
No, there's my friend Eamon brings along about 3 people, and we do it at the back of the garden.
Right.
And we just make it very lo-fi, and it's just a chat, and whatever comes out, comes out. So whatever we talk about, and that's fine too. And then it's done, and we don't really edit it really.
And will it be a series or will it be one a week or?
We're going to do one a week.
What?
That's the plan.
Just one a week and then put
Until
some.
the end of my life.
Put some in the can and over the summer. So there'll be 52
yeah,
a
that's
year.
the hope. Yeah, that's the plan.
Would you do? Do you have a Christmas special in mind?
Well, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
Yes,
I mean,
it'd
the
be-
trouble with doing a Christmas special is if you do it at Christmas, there's nothing in the ground. So there's nothing. Well, there is a few things, but.
The great, but you've done Christmas specials before.
Oh, have I? I mean,
one
geez,
of
I'm
the
basically a Christmas tree.
What?
I'm basically a Christmas
Oh,
tree.
you are a Christmas tree.
Yes,
You've
yes.
been a Christmas tree.
No, not literally, but yeah.
I think one of the greatest things about working in show business is doing Christmas pre-records in the summer and things like that in the
Oh,
autumn.
yeah.
I think it's so cool to do that.
Yeah, pop on a jumper in July.
Yeah, and then some
Go on
special effects
blankety-blank.
person, they
Yeah.
get some snow going.
Oh, yeah.
And I love all
It's
that
a real
stuff.
treat, isn't it? Yeah, that sort of slight fib. And then that excitement as well when the Christmas schedules come out. I always enjoy that.
I bet Greamy and Angela would come on your... Have
Oh,
you
do
been
you
on their
think?
pod?
No, they've never invited
Oh my
me.
gosh, they'd love to have you. They'd love to have you. Graham was on the other week. Graham Norton was on the other week.
Oh, yeah.
And I went on it once, and I loved it. I love that podcast because you walk in, it's just funny. It's funny in the
Yes,
air. Do you know what I mean?
right. Yes,
I bet it's
sure.
like that on yours.
Chris, I mean, thank you for bringing it back to mine. I mean, it's nice to plug somebody else's podcast while I'm here. But yes, it's funny in the air. Funny in the air. And we've got so much air because we're outside. That's the thing.
Has it rained yet during?
Yes. So we just put up umbrellas.
Right.
And there's something ASMR about it.
And
Which I think is nice.
yeah, ASMR's good. isn't it?
ASMR's
Do you
good.
have
What does it
go-
mean? It's just a sound.
do you have
isn't
a
it?
go-to
That-
ASMR
That's
to help you
ASMR,
guys?
isn't it? That's.
Do you have one a go-to?
No, rain actually. Rain in the. But it has to be a specific sort of rain. You know, you get a choice of rain.
Megahertz kind of thing, isn't it? It's
Well, is that right?
to do with the frequency, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just like a little bit of rain.
And then there are certain podcasts, and by the way, yours would be one of them, that they have it like, you'd have an asterisk or something somewhere on some kind of text saying this is significant because some podcasts have an ASMR sort of icon in the corner because the host's voice has been proven to be ASMR friendly.
I wonder if I'm ASMR
you are
friendly.
ASMR, and it's about tone, it's about frequency, and it's about meter of the rhythm of your voice. And I bet you, I mean. It also means that basically your podcast makes people go to sleep, but for all the right reasons.
Fine by me.
I know, and of course you can still hear it while you're asleep. So you go to bed halfway, you fall asleep halfway through Tom's podcast, thinking, "Oh darn it, I missed the other half," and then that day you realise that
You've got this knowledge.
You've learned this.
You've got this. You're suddenly gardening and you didn't know why.
How cool is
I planted
that?
some runner beans. What am I doing? I'm a doctor.
How was Rob? How did you find Rob? Rob's great.
Well, Rob's an old friend
He's the
of
best
mine.
guest, isn't
Rob
he?
Beckett's great. And you sort of, the thing with Rob is you can just, you sort of say one thing and then he's off.
Yeah.
But he's an old friend of mine, and he's somebody I asked to do the kind of pilot episode, which we put out as part of the first week. And it was great to do it with him because obviously it's very relaxing for me, and he brings so much energy to it.
Yeah.
And we, like, for years and years, we've always chatted, and I think that's what I wanted to represent as well, was the idea of just a informal sit down and just to chat about stuff, because I do think as well, in our fractured world, that we're not talking enough to each other.
Yes.
And that was one of the things I wanted to get across, is that we just to sit down and talk to one another calmly. I mean, with Rob, it's always quite energised, but still at the same time connecting with one another, I think is something that's quite missing in our world.
And also, it's about allowing people in your ears who you want to be in the company of, and you are just a very, very. I was going to say pleasant, but it's not the right word. You're somebody who I want in my life. I want you in my ears and in my heart and in my head. Because you're a lovely person, and you're clever, and you'll have a warm chat with people, and something's going to come out probably, and if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. If I'm in the car or I'm in the garage doing something, or maybe in the gym just staring at those bloody blimmin' dumbbells.
Blimmin' dumbbells.
I really, really don't like working. I don't like lifting weights. Can't stand it.
No, I don't
But with
like
you
it.
in my ear, it would be better.
Oh, well, I hope that I can drive everybody to weightlifting. Suddenly these huge,
weightlifting.
enormous fans of the podcast.
Yeah. You don't need to do the heavy lifting because Tom's doing it for us.
Well, it's actually a great form of exercise, it turns out. Because a lot of gardening, I find, is a lot of moving things around.
Yeah.
So you are doing it, but but whilst you've got an end product inside.
Tennis is the thing as well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, because you make the movements that you don't. That you stop making when you stop playing, because you lunging. What are they called? They're called Bulgarian lunges or something.
Oh.
They're always Eastern European. Lunging is hard enough anyway, right?
Yeah.
And you get weights in your hand or a dumbbell, and they're either Bulgarian or Hungarian for some reason.
Yes,
I don't know why.
I know the ones you
and
mean.
it all gets so much
Austrian,
harder. It's like,
yes.
I don't want to do this. And then you go gardening. Well, you're doing it anyway. You play tennis.
You're doing it anyway, yeah.
And it's hands above your head.
You could say that's a Kentish lunge. I mean, I haven't got the Bulgarian, but I'm from Kent. Does that get to a Kentish lunge?
Yeah.
If you want. The Garden of England, after all.
Kentish lunge, Kentish town, just bring it on.
Bring it on, yes.
We don't really mind.
What, a Camden lift? Yes, I don't mind.
Camden lift. Would you? Because here, Mike Graham and Mark Wogan, they have the show Plank of the Week. Would you do like snip of the week or prune of the week or?
Chris, again, I love that you throw format points at me. Yes, I'll do it. I'll. Yes, maybe I should do something specific.
Weed in the bed.
We tend to do a
There's
weed
a weed in the bed.
A weed. Well, a weed is just a flower in the
wrong place,
right,
which is so not true. I mean, I don't know about gardening, but weeds.
Yeah, and they do take over as well.
They
weeds.
do take over.
So you end up with a load of just kind of things you don't want there, which apparently is good. But
would you get Mel B on the show?
Oh, I would like to ask my friend Mel B.
When was the last time you saw Mel B?
Well, I saw Mel B a little while ago because I was very, very lucky to be invited to her wedding.
What
See, Chris,
about
you're not
that?
the only person who has showbiz friends, okay? It doesn't all happen just in Marlow.
Borrow some of yours. I only moved to Marlow to try and get some showbiz friends.
Yes.
So you went to Marrakesh to Mel B's wedding?
I went to Marrakesh to Mel B's wedding.
Wow.
And it was really tremendous. Really, wonderful.
Do you fulfill a role there? Or?
No, just bon vivant. It was lovely, and her partner Rory they're just such a lovely couple, and they're so happy together, and both their families are so nice. I think it's really great. I think great for both of them that they're going to have a very happy life.
Do you know anything about any more Spice Girls?
No, I didn't ask about anything like that, but Mel C was there. So
that's two.
That's two.
Two down, three to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I guess in a way, that's two of them together.
Can I talk to you about that TV show that you did? And you came on the show to talk about it about 2 or 3 years ago. Do you remember that mad TV show you did, which was like a board game on telly?
Oh, yes.
What
Did you
was
like
that
it?
again?
Yes.
I keep thinking I imagined that, but that really happened, didn't it?
Quizness, wasn't it? Yes. Quizness. That's what it's called.
Were they on a voyage or something? Or?
Oh, what are you talking? Because I've been on it a few times.
I
Sorry.
know.
Oh, the one on Dave.
Yes.
Where, what was it called? The Island.
Josh Widdicombe. Yes.
And was that right? And it was
Yes, The
created
Island.
by James Acaster,
That's
who is coming on my podcast.
Right.
And James Acaster and his friends created it once when they were. Their flight was cancelled in New York.
They were
and
all the drugs.
And they were. I don't know what they were. I don't know what. No, it was a snowstorm. They had a snowstorm and they couldn't get on their plane. And they were. So they made up this game where you had to create your own society. And they turned it into a TV show and got me to host it. But it was fun to do.
I remember watching it. Yeah, that was right out there. I loved that show. And what
thank
else?
you for that, Chris. You remember everything I do.
No, I don't. Well, no, I mean, I'm not read up on it. It's just, because I'm interested.
Well, I appreciate it.
And I think if you're present and you're interested, you tend to remember
This is the
things.
thing. I want to be more present and engaged. Like
You are present.
Oh, I don't know if I'm present enough. I follow these people on Instagram. They're more. I compare myself with them. They're more present than I am.
You're the best. You're the best.
Chris,
I got to ask you about your book, because your
thanks.
autobiography was great. We had you on for that,
thank
didn't
you.
we?
Yes, I came on to talk about that.
And you've written a novel.
Yes.
You've dared to go where the Norton goes, where the Cozy Crime,
Well-
Richard Osman goes. Are we talking Cozy Crime or Christie?
No
I don't know.
crime.
Confrontant?
No crime in mine. Mine is called Common Decency. It's out in the spring. Let me tell you, writing a novel is difficult. So I can see why.
Well, I'd never guessed.
I mean, everybody says they've got a book inside them. Well, I mean, it is hard.
That's
to get
why
it
I
out.
wrote a book about running and nobody dies.
Yes, that's very wise.
Yes, thank
but
you.
I loved creating it, but you have to remember all the bits because it's like 90,000 words. So you have to kind of remember what you wrote at the beginning. And if you change a bit in the middle and you go, that actually affects the bit at the end.
take that out.
So then you go, oh no, I have to start again. But it's about suburbia. So
Yeah.
it's in the same wheelhouse of what I've talked about. But it's about suburbia and it's about neighbours and it's about kind of, I guess, the secrets, and it's about people living close to one another. And I do think, again, I suppose it's in the same wheelhouse as the podcast because it's about people being together, living close by to one another, living in a community. Because I think that's the thing that actually underpins everything at the moment.
Without question.
Like we need more community, we need more coming together, we need more talking to one another,
So you know
face to
about
face.
the Harvard's life study?
Oh, what? Well, no, of course not.
So-
Nobody does except you and those people at Harvard.
No, because there's books written about it. We have people on the show about
Oh.
it. So the Harvard, I think it's called the Harvard Aging Study, and it's the longest scientific study, anthropological study ever, and it's so long that it's now on its third set of professors because the other two have died.
Gosh, and what's it? It's about longevity.
It's about longevity.
the
yeah.
irony of them dying.
Yeah,
I mean,
and it's about this generation. They started studying them like 70 or 80 years ago, and they took a blue collar section from Boston against a white collar section from New York, and it's absolutely fascinating. I think there's a 1 hour documentary on it. There's books on it and this kind of stuff. And they said that it's called the Happiness Study. It's the Harvard Happiness Study. Have you
this
heard
sounds
about it?
familiar.
Right.
Yes.
And it is about longevity. It's about all these different things. And they say the number one thing about the happiest from both groups, ultimately, now that they're in their 9th decade, is community.
Really? Oh, there you go.
Number one thing.
Yeah, I just hit on it just right there.
Yeah,
Didn't need to do the study.
And
They must feel
believing
like
in
such
God is
fools.
right up there as well.
Oh, right.
Because if you believe in God, you attend church. And if you attend church, you're in community.
You see people, you're in a community.
So if you
you're
like
altruistic
cars,
to other people.
if you like dogs,
Yeah.
that helps as well. Because
Yeah.
if you like cars, you meet other people like cars.
Yes.
Community. Dogs.
Community.
Love the dogs. Community. All about community. So bang on with the novel.
Wow, that's great news, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad I've written
Bullseye.
it now. But I did it, guys. I solved it.
But something's got to happen, though, over 90,000 words.
Oh yes, so things happen. So it's about family secrets. It's actually about a park and how the council want to change it from being a park into something else, and how the neighbourhood behaves in different ways. And I like to think it's got a representation of different backgrounds in the street. There's an older couple. There's a younger dare I say, gay couple who've moved in, who've had a lovely
Based on
kitchen
anyone you know?
No, well, that was the hardest bit to write, of course. I couldn't. Yeah, their chapters are very long.
Yeah,
very,
no idea. I'm going to get into all kinds of trouble from all kinds of people. What do I know about a gay couple?
Yes, all the other characters only have one line written about them.
Yeah.
These gay people have
just the one line there. That's fine. No, I know about this bit. Yeah, okay. We'll have 89,000 words. Thank you very much.
So it's about. I suppose it's about a threat to their community and how they evolve through it, and that's sort of wanted to.
Did you see what he did there? The council want to turn it into something else.
Something else.
Something else. The musical.
Something that would be nice, but it's kind of, and there's a bit of gardening there. There's one of the central characters is an ook tree. So do with that what you will.
What else is going on? Come on. I mean, you're busy enough. That's enough.
I like to keep on my toes. We're in the middle of Bake Off an Extra Slice at the moment. The show I do with Joe Brand.
Why didn't I ask that question?
No,
I'm such an idiot.
No, we have.
But I sort of asked the question.
Yeah.
I forgive myself.
You've got to forgive yourself, Chris.
What are we? Series what now?
Series 5 million.
Series 5 million.
It's I can't remember. I thought
it was more.
I thought it was more. It's a longevity study actually in itself. Turns out cakes really help. Joe Brand and I have a lovely time making that show, and I go around the audience as ever and meet people who brought along a cake, and I'm amazed nobody punches me in the face.
Oh, that's why Joe Brand's on the show, of course. Potter. Oh my gosh.
So I dragged Joe Brand into my show, but yeah, we have a lovely time doing that. That goes out on Friday nights, Channel 4. But you can watch it on Catch Up. That's the other thing you got to mention. Watch it on Catch Up.
Yeah.
Watch it at your leisure.
Well, it's so funny. It's so funny because I say that a lot, and then I get home, my kids say, "Dad, you don't have to say watch it on Catch Up. That's how we watch stuff." When you say watch it on Catch Up, it's like saying breathe with air. Don't forget to breathe with oxygen.
Make sure it's the oxygen, though, guys.
You can watch it on Catch Up. No, you just watch it. That's the whole point,
funny.
isn't it?
That's so funny.
Because the opposite of it's the opposite now, isn't it? You can watch it when it goes out now and again.
Yeah, if you want to watch it live.
Which nobody does.
Which apparently that's a very changing space. But I still think there'll be a place for it. They often refer to it as the shop window.
Yeah.
Particularly live things. I think that's why live radio is still, so at people's heart, because people want to tap into something that's happening now. You want to feel like you're connected again. It's about connection. It's about community.
It's about connection. That's why on your show, on this show, because Tom's on. If you don't know, Tom's on Virgin Radio on Sunday mornings.
Well, I was going to mention that as well.
There you go. Actually, you're extremely busy at the moment. Congratulations on spinning all those plates.
Well, thank you. I mean, I spent a long time banging on the door, I guess. I was a stand-up for about 12 or 13 years and didn't do anything.
It's not that we didn't want to hear you and we just couldn't hear you. We had the music up really loud.
It's a soundproof
and then we
studio.
turned the music down. We thought, he's still banging. Let him in. Come on. His knuckles must be bleeding by now.
No, I'm very grateful to the people at Virgin Radio.
Yeah,
very
it's
kind.
so cool, isn't it?
Very kind. Well,
but you are right. Live radio is about community. That's why we read a lot of stuff out from the Windsor weekend or whatever it may be.
Oh yeah.
And we do that so everybody thinks, oh my God, there's other people listening to this one.
Yes.
They think I'm a bit like them. This is my tribe. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I think there's always going to be a place for that, and I think a lot of she'll watch it on Catch Up.
On bended knee.
Well, but then
please. By the way, you did only say I think.
I know they will.
Maybe.
Well, they must. I think because as well, it's a bit like when people talk about people don't watch television anymore, but yet they watch visualized podcasts. Well, they're watching television. They're just calling it something else. Yeah. So
darn that, Mr. Beast.
Bake Off is right at the heart of that, isn't it? That is still the water cooler moment. It's everyone watches it.
That's nice of you to say, Tilly. Well, I think hopefully that's what we offer a bit on Extra Slice, actually. And I think what's nice about Bake Off, and there's a few shows that do it, Strictly obviously as well, is one where the family still sits down together. And even if you're only half watching it, it's a conduit to conversation amongst the family. So kids will watch it, and grandma will watch it, and everybody will have a chat, and they'll go, oh, well, I don't think they've done it. Well, everyone's got an opinion.
And they're the big shows. Well, that's why Coldplay is so popular, because it's a family show.
Great comparison.
And what's the if there was one standout moment on Extra Slice, what would it be?
Oh my goodness. Well, we had a proposal once. That was pretty exciting.
That would do it. Did you know? Yes.
He'd told us.
Right.
But that was pretty exciting.
Okay, what happened? Take me through. I didn't see it.
They broke up. No, I think they I don't know. We never got invited to the wedding, actually. But I think she said yes. So I assume it all went through.
I assume there was cake.
And my word, was there cake at that wedding.
That's why they did it. Maybe he'd already proposed. If I do it on the show, we'll probably get sent a cake, and Joe and Tom will turn up, and all that's going to go down.
Yeah.
What else has happened on that show?
I'm trying to think now. We've had we've had we had a cake made out of mayonnaise actually in our most recent episode.
that's
something
nice.
that's
A mayo
unusual.
cake.
A mayo cake.
Was it nice?
Well, everybody seemed to like it. Apparently, it's like a way of incorporating eggs into your cake batter.
Sense.
But I mean,
Nothing wrong with mayo cake.
nothing wrong with that.
No, not for you.
Well, I'd like to be disproved.
All right.
But
Well,
they're always-
I'm trying every day.
But I like the more eccentric. The more eccentric people are, I think the more interesting it is. Because we're all weird in our own way.
No, everybody's weird.
Everybody's
and
weird,
if you're not,
Chris.
then you're just delusional.
Yes.
It's better to be weird than delusional.
Ironically, if you're not weird, you're the weird one.
Yes.
Isn't that?
Well
the-
said, that Tom
Oh
Allen.
gosh, I should bring out a book.
Always liked him. Always liked him.
Always like this
All right.
show.
Well, thanks for coming.
Chris, I think I've covered everything that I'm doing and have done.
What are you going to do for the rest of Monday?
Well, I'm going to go. I don't mean to brag, but I'm going to the Attitude Awards next week.
Okay. That's not today, though.
And that's not to say, but I'm going to go and look at some things that might fit me to wear.
All right.
So I'm
okay.
gonna have a look at
And do you have a person that you go to?
No, that's the problem. I go to many people. So yeah,
Well-
but I mean,
You know your stuff.
Am I sensing Covent Garden?
I'll probably head over that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a fave?
I don't. Well, I mean, I'm a big fan of Marks and Spencers, but so I might go there. But we'll probably go for a wander. Alf's going to meet me. We're going to have a little coffee.
What a
We go
morning for a
little-
coffee, and it's so beautiful, isn't it?
Well, it's important to take the time when you can because I love doing the Sunday mornings here,
Mm-hmm.
and I have other things on over the weekend. So sometimes it's nice to take a bit of time on a Monday.
I used to work Sunday mornings, and then I had a Sunday and a Monday.
Oh, right.
When the rest of the world's at work, and it was very cool. I really enjoyed it actually.
Lovely.
A coffee and cake. How do you like your coffee? Which cake would you choose?
You know what? I don't mess around anymore. I just go for a double espresso.
Right.
When I arrived here this
Strong.
morning,
Chic.
at the base of the tower, I went to the little coffee shop there, which is never open when I'm here on a Sunday. And I was so excited. I went there and I ordered an Americano, and then I changed my mind to an espresso halfway, and I had to tell her I'm changing my order, and she looked quite stressed by that. And now I feel like I can never go back there
An
again.
espresso.
An extra espresso, yeah.
So when you say at the bottom of the tower, do you mean
Underneath the escalators in reception right here.
right? Because there's another one, isn't there? Directly beneath her, there's another one
What?
in
Secret?
London Bridge Tube,
Oh,
and they're
and they got-
both brilliant coffee shops,
Oh.
coffee
Strong
bars, coffee
coffees.
kiosks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The other day I heard somebody ask for an Italian espresso, which is a double espresso topped up with a bit of water, which is what I like. Because I find an Americano sometimes can be a bit like
If you had
coffee-flavoured
to
water.
have one cake to go with your coffee,
Oh, good. I'd go for a pastry because I like a bit of crunch.
Nice.
I like a bit of viennoiserie. So I think I'd probably go for maybe an almond twist.
almond twist. Almond, is that like a croissant with
I
almonds?
like an almond croissant. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
almond croissant.
because I always like the look of them. Then I bought one once from Monocle on Chiltern Street, and
Hello.
it didn't do it for me.
Oh, it's my
Didn't
favourite
do it for me.
Would you go for an almond croissant, Tilly?
Every time.
Would you?
Love almond
when you say would you, why don't we? Let's go now.
Chris,
Thank you to
treat
Tom
them.
Allen. Thank you to the team. We got there with the least sleep ever. Goodbye. Tom Allen's Pottering with Tom Allen is out now from wherever you get your podcast. It's also on YouTube. Let's hear it for Tom, everyone.
Thank you very much. Lovely to be here.
Beautiful.
Thank you.